guys,
Hi everyone, how are you people?
what's happening? Are we audible? Can you guys see us?
Are you guys there? Is anyone there?
Yeah, there's so many people, Pavni. Okay, even before everyone starts, like we both start.
Everyone starts.
Great. Okay, apologies for my eyes looking very puffy.
Mine too.
It's just because I've had a very good evening sleep today. That is
I
the
haven't,
reason.
but they're puffy anyways.
So yes, that is the reason my eyes are very puffy. But coming to the topic, today, first of all, welcome everyone to Chit Chat episode 16. And today we are going to be talking about the truth about ragging in college. This is going to be like full, whatever we're going to be talking about in this life is going to be just the truth of whatever me and Pavni both have experienced about ragging in college, how it went about. And for each one of you watching this live, this is going to be super helpful because we will be telling you guys about each and everything that you should do to avoid it, whatever you can do, whatever you should not do, and all of these things. So please watching this.
Also, majority of our knowledge about ragging comes from a lot of movies and
Right.
a lot of TV shows that have shown kids go into depression due to ragging and how it impacts a person's life.
Right.
And guys, I don't disagree on the fact that it might be someone's truth, but it is not the case, not what actually happens. It's
Yeah.
very different.
But even before like we start, we just want to know what do you guys think about ragging or ragging in college? Like what is your perception about it? How do you think it occurs, and what do you guys think usually happens?
I mean, a lot of you had queries about this
Rag,
certain
yeah.
topic, and not from now, like from the first live, everyone's been
Yeah.
asking.
Sakshi says insulting, just intro and stuff. I think making you do task. Okay.
कबीर सिंह
Removing
तो
clothes
नहीं
and
हुआ.
dancing
कबीर सिंह के साथ रैगिंग थोड़ी ना हुई थी.
makes you more brave. That's a thought. Teasing, yes. Gundagardi, right. Non-serious ragging also results in friendship, I've heard. Vishwajit will be talking about each and everything, don't you worry. Seniors making us do silly stuff, yes, Akash. Being bossy, yes, Sakshi. Besharam banna. Besharam, right. So, intro into a weird way. I mean, imitation ritual. Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, ragging has very different versions all throughout.
And in different colleges, different
Different
seniors,
scene.
different people. I mean, it depends from what a person's thinking is, how a person takes it, even. And
Right.
there are a lot of versions to a story as well.
And believe it or not, ragging is just not about physical or you're going hitting someone. It can also be mental harassment. Like mental harassment to a point where you are just creating a scenario for somebody and that person is falling into that trap and it is, harassing them mentally. You are not doing them anything physically, you're not touching them or you're not, it's just through your words. And it can be even cyberbully is a kind of ragging which which a lot of people go through in college time, and it's just like a whole different nexus altogether. So there are, believe it or not, yes, the truth is there are different versions of ragging, and I won't lie in telling you guys that it still exists in a lot of areas, a lot of parts. And ragging is just not anyways limited to college alone. It can also be external ragging, which like it can happen when you're just walking on the road and then somebody is trying to bully you. And it can even happen, ragging can happen even when you're in office, like your boss can rag you. And brothers and sisters also rag each other. But
Yeah, I've been through that.
but the different versions of ragging, and it's just how you take it across and what exactly is the scenario. And see guys, if you're calling out ragging, like if you're admitting that you've been a part of ragging or you've been ragged, there is no harm. It's there's nothing like you if you aren't strong if you say that, oh, I've been ragged. It's nothing like that. Everybody is different, and every how each one of us takes it is also very different. me and Pavni will be sharing our little experiences of whatever has happened like with us and
Also,
what.
to clear out this one thing, ragging is a very, very negative word itself.
Right.
It puts an impression in someone's head that he was bullied, he was made to do things that weren't right. In a lot of colleges, there are a lot of introduction sessions, and a lot of times when seniors will come to you and talk to you, it won't be ragging per se. It will be ice breaking sessions.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot
Right.
of your teachers will do it, and it's not ragging, guys. It is all your choice. They might tell you that okay, you should do this, but no one is going to force you into anything. And until that force does not come, it is not ragging. You can't say that my senior and a lot of my classmates, all of us were sitting, and they all decided that everyone will dance one by one. So my senior was ragging me. That is not ragging. Someone who's been through ragging will hear that and will just say that,
Laugh it out.
yeah, don't ruin it, ruin the word and the meaning of it by like making such stories up and just to get popularity, or just because you don't like a senior, going to a teacher and saying that this person ragged me.
And like, as far as my personal experience and opinion goes, I think ragging does not exist anymore. Like, you have to understand why ragging occurs at the first place. So basically, this is like a tradition which goes on that if your seniors ragged you, then once you become the senior, you rag your juniors, and then this it just keeps on going on. But luckily, over the course of time, a few of the seniors have not ragged their juniors, and then those juniors, when they become seniors, they haven't ragged either. So in that ways, I would tell you that dragging, believe it or not, is like becoming out of existence now. And this is the ragging I'm talking about, like the serious ragging where you're hitting your juniors, asking them to, walk naked in the campus, do some silly stuff, jump out of a window, do all that kind of, or wash their clothes and all of those things. So that
Polish
is,
shoes.
yeah, polish shoes, make their beds and all those serious kind of ragging things, which is like really harassing a person. I think they don't exist anymore. But I won't even lie to you, in engineering colleges, in law colleges, where there's still hostels in campus where juniors and seniors are staying, as far as my friends are concerned, they've told me that yes, it has occurred and it usually occurs. But that again, ragging is very friendly in that sense that ragging, like Pavni said, is just more of an icebreaker. Where seniors, just by their authority, they're asking juniors to do things which in another way helps them
Yeah,
bond
like,
with each other.
or even get out their talent out in the open.
Right.
Like, a lot of people are good at dancing, but they are very shy because they don't know how other people will react to them when they dance.
Right.
But like this, they get to dance, and their classmates get to see it, their seniors get to see it. And sharing my experience, so when I was a first year, even though a lot of Kavach batchmates knew me, they used to come for skill development sessions, like, which is a very normal thing at Christ. So yeah, those sessions where our seniors used to come and teach us something. So they used to come and play games with us. And I, till that time, hadn't started acting, or I had no experience in acting. And this senior just told me to get up and go and pretend to be this one character. And I did that, and that was when I realized that I can act. And after that, I tried out for different production houses and got into a production house. And so basically, all my 3 years were acting. All my friends were from drama, our production house, and everything. And my flatmates were from there. So that was a very important phase and a very important day in my life, which was because of these ice breaking sessions. It's
So,
it's not.
yeah.
And if I would have, at that time, I was scared. Honestly, it is very, very scary. It is, and not scared in the way that, oh my god, what will my senior do if I don't do this? I was scared in the sense that I was anxious that I'll have to perform in front of all my classmates. But it was a good experience.
Do we need to call seniors using sir and ma'am? No, Shivani.
No, like, I had this habit of calling them Didi and Bhaiya, which also over the time they were like, please just don't, people are watching.
And like I don't know, it's with me, like I still call my seniors like bhaiya, bhai, and girls I just usually call them with like didi or di. But that is like they don't ask you to do it, but I just do it as a matter of respect because they're seniors, and I just want to respect them, and I treat them as, and they treat me as my like as their younger brother and or sister. So that is how I.
So, a fun fact. Kavach Bhaiya, if all his like my batchmates call all his batchmates by their name, but they call Kavach Bhaiya Bhaiya.
I don't
Because
know.
I call him Kavach Bhaiya, so everyone's just used to calling him Bhaiya.
But like, see, it's like you give respect, you get respect, and I have like till day today, I've any senior like my senior, I've always respected them like with bhaiya, bhai, or di or didi, and that's like they don't ask you to do it. Like somebody said that do we have to call them with sir or ma'am? No, you don't have to do it, but you still like it's up to you if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it. I'll share about my first experience in college, which like for some it might be called as ragging or whatever, but for me it was like something very different. So it happened I think in the first or the second month of me joining Christ University, and then I was into a part of festing, and in festing you have different rounds, and that one round was a case interview, which was like a stress interview. So to give you guys like a little heads up of what usually happens in a stress interview is like they're going to stress the shit out of you, okay, and that is.
That is a part of festing, though.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like they're going to stress the like stress the
They
shit out
put
of you,
you in this situation
where you just have to think on your feet, and at the same time there's so much
Yeah.
of pressure around you.
And there will be people doing weird stuff, like
Yeah.
very funny weird stuff around you. They'll just be
And
standing and dancing.
and I'll tell you my experience of what. So it was in fasting. I had this one round where I had to like one of the employees had died, and I had to go talk to his or her family, saying that the person has died because of some circumstances we don't know, and please take your compensation. So I had to enter a room which was completely pitch dark, and the girl's family, like they were the theater people only who were acting as the girls, like the employee's family, his wife and kids. And like I entered the room, and the wife just shouted at me, and like she just came very close to me, and like you killed my husband and all of that. And I was like, ma'am, I'm really sorry. Like you have to also act like as if you are the HR of that particular company who send you to give the compensation to the family. And it was just so serious a scenario, and at the same time there's media there, and there's somebody throwing paper balls at you from the far end.
Yeah,
And like you just immediately media is asking you questions, who has done this, what is going, it's all happening in one pitch dark room, and then there are people who are judging you on it, okay, and they are
on
going
how
to,
you react and
yeah,
how you are able to get through the situation.
and they're not going to, you have to keep your calm, because like somebody throwing paper ball at you, media is, just mic is on your into your face, and at the same time like the family of the deceased is there, and they're shouting. So you are basically, yeah, you are getting grilled, and that is the part of like the process, okay, it's just there, it's happening, and you at that time have to think on your fingertips or whatever is going to happen. You have to do the talking, but at the same time not lose your calm. Like I remember my few friends went, and the moment paper ball was thrown at them, and like, ye kya kar rahe ho? Okay, and they just came out of the room. So you can't even do that, because at the same time it's a process. You are in a competition. Everybody's competing. So
Also, another thing, to get to this level, you have to go through a lot of other levels to get there, to get to even stress rounds.
yeah,
and,
like I mean, only good people get through like the stress rounds, because before that it's just report filing and all of that. But this is like fasting, and in higher level of fasting, this is going to happen, and it's very normal. Like, but still, I'll just tell you through that experience, I was pretty fine. Like I know, like obviously I got a little like intimidated because whatever was happening, but still I just knew that it's a competition and I'm just a part of it. It's not happening in real. And believe it or not, like after the competition is done, the seniors will come, they will give you a hug, and they'll be like, hey, acha kiya, and you did well, or you could have
Yeah.
done. So it's still again very warm. But still, I still remember that time during that stress interview, a few of the juniors, like my batchmates, like some, like not my classmates but my batchmates who were in that competition, they complained to the teacher that this is very bad, and all of that. But still, like seniors could manage. Then once the teacher used to always sit in that room, because still believe it or not, even if in like Christ they stop it, like when you go for outstation fest, it
It's
happens on
still
a
there.
way serious level, and the stories that I've heard about my seniors and their stress interviews, and then what they do at Christ is just nothing. I still remember in St. Xavier's College when I went for my fasting round, literally there was in the auditorium they did the stress interview, and literally I had to beg, like they said kneel down in the auditorium when the whole St. Xavier's were watching, and I had to kneel down. So they were doing a stress interview on the stage itself. So that again, for few people it was like stress interview, and then they complained to the teacher, and then that it came under ragging, all of that. So over the years it has decreased to a very different level. Like when I became the senior, and when we had stress interviews, like we could convince our teacher to at least have a few stress interviews. Our stress, like the meaning of stress interviews completely changed. It was just like, you cannot come near to the participant, you cannot turn off the lights, you cannot throw anything at the participant. So it has just become like the level of stress has just gone on to decrease,
Yeah.
because a few people said that it is ragging. But for me, like I personally believe that it was not ragging at all.
Those
Like,
are the moments you actually develop yourself.
yeah, and like it just builds up so much of personality in you, and then you just feel like, wow, you've been through so much that other interviews don't actually feel like stress interviews. So that was one experience that I came across. And even in that same very festing, another thing that our seniors asked us to do was to play treasure hunt in Bangalore, like in the Bangalore city. That got banned after that year itself, because again some people complained that it's not allowed and it should not be done. But like
Nothing outside the campus.
nothing outside the campus and all of that. But like for me, I think that was the best round ever that my seniors ever did. And it was just like, you have to do a treasure hunt in the Bangalore city. Like you had to dance with strangers, you had to go to McDonald's, and
You had to hold boards.
you had to hold boards, you had to eat golgappas, you had to make your strangers eat golgappas, you had to dance on the staircase and do all kind of things, and make videos and send it to your seniors. All of that used to happen. So that's not ragging. Like I don't believe it to be ragging, but obviously for some people they thought that it is going under the belt, and then they complained, and after that all things have just reduced to another level. Unofficially hota hai abhi. No, now it really doesn't happen, because
No.
nobody wants to challenge the authority, because like
Because who wants to take chances with that degree?
yeah, nobody wants to do that at the end. But see, our seniors, like in I think all the colleges, like it's like seniors are having a very good rapport with your juniors.
So
And-
I'll tell you my experience with this. So we went for a theatre outstation to Pune, Symbiosis Pune. It's called Simbhav.
yeah.
So we were a part, like we were, how many people in the
I think
contingent?
20.
Yeah, we were 20 people, which was a lot of seniors, a lot of second years, and a lot of first years. Like it was a combination of all the people, and yeah, so they were, I think, 4-5 juniors. Yeah, my batch was only 4-5 people, and one day all our seniors and we all used to chill together. So we all were sitting, and we had this crazy good bond, and they just told all juniors get up and dance, and all of us did. And guess what? All our seniors jumped in.
Yeah,
And
I remember,
all
yeah.
3 days we were there, we all were just dancing. And it's not like we were even intoxicated. We all used to just go to one room, and we used to dance, and we used to blow up the volume, and all the people in the other rooms used to complain, and we didn't care. It was so much fun.
So again, that is again not dragging, but like you see, it's just so much of bond building. That is the reason I don't like feel that dragging of any sorts happen. But one very valid question somebody has asked: what about dragging in hostels? So I'll just tell you, before even doing this chit chat, I had a talk with one of my engineering friends and one of my law friends, not from Christ but from other colleges in India, and they said that yeah, bro, it happens in hostels, it happens. And same as in the law hostels and in the engineering colleges, it happens. But then they don't call it ragging. They just say it's bond building, and it's just like seniors are asking us to do silly stuff. But it is we are. They said the friend I talked to, he said whenever they're asking us to, whenever they're ragging us, also we are also laughing. And then it's just like they're like, even if we are getting ragged at the night, the next day morning we are having coffee with the seniors, and it's all good fun. So again, nothing goes to an extreme level, but it's just like bond building. But still, like for any one of you, I just want to tell you, like just in case if you come across something which you think is not great, like there are very good ragging cells
In every
college, in every university, where you just have to do is like go up and talk to them,
Yeah.
and they will take care of everything. Like, don't go by our stories about making memories and everything, because yes, like
Yeah,
for us it
sometimes
has been
it
like
can
that.
like cross the
Yeah,
limit
like,
and
but sometimes, few people might just fail to understand the boundary between ragging and bond building or ice breaking. And just in case if you feel that somebody is crossing that boundary or is going below the belt, then you should immediately go and
report
talk,
it.
yeah, talk to the right authorities, because if you don't stop it on day one, it is going to continue throughout. And you are there in the university to study, get your degree, so you're not there to take anybody's shit. So it's like it's high time, like even if it occurs once, just shout it out and tell it, and don't think that if I shout it out and then people are going to be like, hey, you are coward and all of that. So don't feel like that, but still at the same time you should know like the difference between, like, general ice breaking and like harassment to any level.
Okay, what about sexual harassment? So there have been multiple cases of sexual harassment, not in college, but in the same batch, outside of college, at parties and different places. And yeah, people have reported it,
Yes.
and they have like gotten people expelled or whatever. But make sure not to keep it just to yourself.
Yeah, like,
Don't be a part of that part of the society which thinks of it as a taboo till date, and that the victim has to be blamed for it. No, open up, talk about it, and talk to the right authorities. There will be a lot of people who will tell you to keep shut even after that, but that is from person to person. And this is not only at this age. Anytime in your life you go through something that you think is not right, someone has touched you in a way that you don't like, one, talk to that person at that very moment and tell them that I don't find this comfortable, please move back, you are interrupting my personal space. And if there is a way that it has gone way too extreme and the person hasn't heard anything that you said, talk to your friends, take one person with you whom you think can emotionally support you, and go and report it.
I think this life is going way too serious. Yes, it is going way too serious, but guys, like, it's
It's
our
very
responsibility
important to address
talk.
these
Yeah.
topics, because a
And
lot of people will just brush them under the carpet and show you all the glitz and glamour of college life, when that, okay, that is a part of it, but this is also.
yeah.
I mean, we can talk about parties all we want, but you guys will anyways experience it when you go. These things are something you need to be prepared and need to be told about beforehand, so that when a situation, god forbid it does not happen, if something like this happens, you know what to do. You're not there just standing still thinking that I can't do anything of the situation. There is always a way out.
And please, guys, like, again, don't shy away from reporting it to the right authorities. Every university, because of the UGC guidelines, they have a ragging squad and they have anti-ragging policies. Whenever you're going to be joining the university, you're going to be signing that paper where you say, I
Yeah.
admit to not ragging anyone. And so,
Yeah.
you are a part of that. That is the reason, just in case, even if one complaint is filed against you, you will be
You
thrown
will
out
be
of the.
expelled directly. There is no other alternative to it. There's no talking or discussion even after that.
Yeah.
There is just you are thrown out. That's
Yes,
it.
that's an affidavit. Yes,
You
I
can't
wish.
you can't even talk your way outside out of it, or you can't
Yeah.
even be given a lesser punishment.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, this is again said, but I'll again want to, just as a senior, I would say, like, guys, try taking it up as a sport also. Not like if somebody's going below the belt, then obviously you
You
should.
know your limits, and you know that this
But
is
I just
okay.
feel-
If
I
someone
just feel
told me
like-
to dance, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, like, and it's, as far as it's not going like something very bad or personal, I think it's just about, yeah, what about fake ragging allegations? This is what I'm going to be talking about, Sid. Because what people used to do is, like, see, from my personal experience in that festing round, when we went to the census interview, everything was fine, everybody came out, everybody was laughing, and like, interview, stress interview, people were throwing, and it was dark room and all. But after the stress interview, when the results came out, few people moved to the next level, and then the few people got, they got evicted out of the, because, like, they didn't score that well, so they were out of the competition. So those people who were out of the
Somebody sent,
competition.
I'm unable to send super chat.
No, you can send it. So what used to happen was, somebody who's out of the competition, then they used to go and complain, being a bad sport. just because they were out of the competition and then they felt that, oh, they deserve to win. Now that they're not winning, so they might as well go complain. And that happened in both the times, even in the treasure hunt time and even in like the stress interviews time, the people who usually complained were the ones who were out of the competition after that round. So then they started complaining. So again, don't try doing that. Like, be a sport. As far as I know, and the only seniors who will actually like try troubling you, like, will be the ones who are the closest to you. This is what I feel. Like,
Yeah.
I still remember when Pavni, like, we all were in Pune in the same hotel room when all the seniors were sitting on the bed and they asked all the juniors to dance, and Pavni was one of them. And I completely felt completely okay that if
I mean, my brothers bullied me in a much worse way. He's been mentally torturing me for all these years.
no, but like I did, and it didn't feel like ragging at all because we asked our juniors to dance, and 2 minutes into it, when our music came, all the seniors were also dancing. Okay, so it's not ragging.
And yeah, the next 3 days, all of us were dancing.
Yeah, and
It wasn't
then we
only
just kept
that.
on dancing for the next 3 days. Okay, so nothing of that sorts. And I still remember another round when I was a senior. This, like, you can term it as ragging, but I asked my juniors to. I was making a video of them. Like, again, they were in some competition, and I was the event head, and I was like bitch about all the other seniors. So that I still have those videos of the juniors bitching about all my other event heads. Okay, and I've recorded it and I've sent it across. So that is also, again, like, few people can term it as ragging, but that is not ragging. Like, as far as I know, because I'm not even touching that person. He's just opposite me, and we are asking the person to record videos about bitching other people. So that's fine. That's a sport, and that all these things happen in college. So be a sport, but if something genuinely saying mentally harasses you, or you think that it is crossing the line, going below the belt, specifically in terms of sexual harassment, cyberbully, relating to your pictures,
Or
relating
if
to,
someone's blackmailing you.
yeah, please, like, then go ahead and complain, because I know everybody, how they're going to take it is completely different, but still these are a few things which are not acceptable any which way how. So just in case if you come across anything like that, go ahead without a iota of doubt and complain to the right authorities so that the action is taken. Don't fear no one. What happens when there is a fight between two classmates, like a fight, bro? In classmates it's completely fine, it happens, yeah, and then it gets solved in the
And
classroom.
you are mature people. I don't think you guys will be talking about physical fights. I mean, because that's really immature. You guys are in college. You guys can't do all of that in college. You guys will talk and you
See,
guys
as far
will.
as see, I'll just tell you, like, literally, majorly of lot of juniors won't even come across seniors because, like, seniors are in their own world, juniors are in their old world. The
Yeah.
only people who come across are through communities and through societies. Like, if you're in dance, theater, sports, that's when you come across and mingle with your seniors. But when you're doing that, you're already making a very good bond.
Yeah, like you will have, like, if I'm in a theater team, I have my play and my play has a director. Now it is very normal for me and the director to have a good bond and my co-actors to have a good bond, irrespective of our batch or which year we are studying in.
Yeah.
So
Himanshu has asked one question. Does the whole college usually get to know that someone has been ragged after complaining to the anti-ragging cell? No.
I think
See,
it depends on you whether you want your identity to be
yeah,
revealed or
lot
not.
of complaints are also anonymous. But believe it or not, they anti-ragging squad is very smart. They also know if you're doing like a fake complaint. Okay, so be very smart if you're complaining. But at the same time, it remains between the two parties and it gets solved. I have also know like a few cases when there was a fight between a senior and a junior, and just because like junior went to the anti-ragging squad first and then they told about it, so the senior was expelled. But later on it was came to know that, like, the mistake was of both the people who were in the fight, and it was like it was just both the people, but then
And it's
the
a
senior
cheap
got
shot, guys, to report a fake ragging.
yeah.
Also, guys, I am not in third year. I have also passed out.
But this year only. So
Yeah,
just like
this
2 months
year.
before. Pavni just
But I have passed out now.
But Pavni doesn't have a degree yet. So she hasn't had her graduation till now. But yes, that's about it, guys. That's like the truth about ragging. And this is what happens to the one expelled. Yes, they got expelled. Is Christ University fun? It depends on how you take it, bro. For a few it's fun, for a few it's not.
It depends on what you think about fun.
Yeah.
What do you think fun
But this is what we both had to share about like ragging in general, and that is what we thought that it's important to tell it to you guys. But as far as like an advice from our side is concerned to you guys, I would just say go wholeheartedly out there and try having fun, and try thinking about your seniors as like your mentors and
or
brothers
your
and your sisters.
siblings, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
as far as you'll do that, you'll be completely fine.
yeah, once
You're
you
in very
know
good
your-
company and good hand. Any Kabir Singh types are there? No, not. Tell something about Pearl Academy. We have had a lot of friends who studied from Pearl Academy, but none of them have talked about ragging or anything.
Yeah, I
They're
don't-
just so busy with their assignments. Yeah, you have a lot of assignments to do, and that's what. Now I'm feeling like rushing to the campus and chilling. Yes, you should be doing that.
You will enjoy it so much, guys.
Yeah, we are missing it. So yes, that's about it for this chit chat episode 14, episode 16, and this
Because
is
we're
what-
still
this-
on episode 14.
This is all what we had to talk about in terms of ragging and the truth about ragging. But if you have any questions, comment on this video below, and we will answer all your questions or any doubts relating to any of that. Please like this video right now. There's so many people watching it, so please like it, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with whomsoever you think is going to be beneficial out of watching this video. Alright, so yes, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching this. When is the next chit chat? It is going to be very soon. You guys will know about it very soon. So yes.
As soon as we put it up.
So yup guys, bye bye guys. Take care. See ya. Do comment on this video, like this video, share this video with your friends, and take care guys. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye guys.
Bye.